colleagues across this country and the world are continuing to carry the torch. In these difficult times, you've established the National Alliance for Arts, Health and Wellbeing. Local practitioners have been brought together in an alliance across English regions, and your networking and advocacy are UK-wide and international. Your national charter is a fine statement of principle and mission. Dedicated experts from 22 countries are learning from each other at this conference. What the Alliance and its international partners are engaged with is of the most profound importance. We are at a moment when Western societies face an existential choice. Your mission to mobilize the arts in the service of health and well-being symbolises and illuminates that choice. Are we, in our society, in our public services, to embrace the values of creativity, humanity, empathy and reciprocity? Or are we to continue with the barrenness of materialism, competitive self-seeking, anomie and bureaucratic crassness? The malaise so extensive in our health and social care systems is born of a political culture, in the UK and the US at any rate, which has destroyed social capital and devalued the public realm. Monetary and competitive values have been implanted in our public services. Most extremely in the USA, but also insidiously in the UK, healthcare is commercialised. Powerful business interests, subsidised by government, influence health policy. Suffering is commodified and exploited for profit, and the poor are excluded or made to put up with inferior service. The view of human nature taken by so-called classical economics, the economics of the free market, that people are all self-seeking utility maximizers, is false and degrading. After 40 years of that intellectual hegemony, we have brought into being societies, and indeed a world, riven by inequalities, as seen in health and morbidity statistics. 1 in 3 people in our society experiences mental illness. The new Diagnostic and Statistical Manual catalogues a vast variety of mental disorders, but proposes that these are more biological than psychosocial in origin, a proposition rightly disputed by the British Psychological Association. In Britain, more than 9,000 people with mental illness are detained each year in police custody and treated as suspected criminals. The banalities of the media and the ubiquity of porn and violence in entertainment coarsen relationships. Societies infatuated with technology and wealth neglect traditional wisdom and disrespect their elderly. The politics of money has issued in disastrous economic mismanagement. The poorest are bearing the heaviest burden of that failure with immediate consequences for their health. Vast expenditures on the military and weapons have left ravaged conflict zones, injury and disease across the world. Gross disrespect for nature has jeopardized even the survival of human societies. A less apocalyptic account of the last 40 years would assert the achievements of the social democratic state. Public services have at least endured. Many people enjoy incomparably better education and healthcare than they previously did. Physical comfort and ease are far more widespread. New technologies offer amazing opportunities. We live in a culture in which disabled people are treated with greater respect, and discrimination is no longer officially condoned. The arts are enjoyed by more and more people. The Angel of the North, research shows, makes people feel good about themselves and proud of the place where they live. Liverpool, as European Capital of Culture in 2008, integrated culture and health in a fantastic programme. Now we have UK Cities of Culture, Derry, Londonderry, honouring us and being honoured at this conference. I've spoken about the pathology of the West, not because I think that arts and health practitioners can solve all the problems of the West, but because this is the context of political culture and still prevailing values into which you make your contributions. You, no doubt, in your day-to-day work, take a less grandiose and more pragmatic view of what you are about, and I applaud you for that. Nonetheless, what you are about expresses a choice of values as well as of techniques. You, as heretics, radicals, are challenging the dominant values and conventional policies. What are the prospects of you succeeding? There is an important opportunity with recent new recognition by government, imported from France and Canada, of the significance of well-being. The Office of National Statistics has been tasked to develop and monitor new measures of national well-being. Its findings are not particularly encouraging. Just under 20% of people in Britain suffer from anxiety or depression. But the government no longer seeks to measure our collective achievement exclusively in terms of GDP as an advance. In Parliament, Lord Howarth has established an all-party parliamentary group on well-being economics. With the National Alliance, I am now working towards setting up another all-party parliamentary group on the arts, health and well-being. Terms of reference of the group would be to enable backbench parliamentarians of all parties and in both houses to be informed about significant practice and developments in the field of the arts, health and well-being, to examine and discuss relevant government and opposition policies, to enable ministers and others in significant decision-making roles to make presentations and be questioned, to provide a forum for regular discussion between politicians and practitioners, and to provide a springboard for parliamentary action such as debates and questions. There is, I believe, in our society a profound desire not to go back to business as usual before the crash in 2008. Nor, I also believe, do the great majority of people want to continue along the trajectory we have taken since then, with the dominance of finance unchecked, sharply rising inequality, and the exclusion of young people from social opportunity. We want to make a different choice. But if we are to do so, we will need political leadership. Will governments know how to do different? How to back away from the free market paradigm, moralise capital, humanise public administration, and renew professionalism? Dare we hope for a new politics of healing? I hope so, of course. But whatever the answer to that, meanwhile, you will get on as best you can with the job in hand. Better, without a doubt, not to rely on politicians. What we will do is make that small part of the world where we happen to be a somewhat better place. We need to engage in what George Eliot in Middlemarch called the slow preparation of effects. Let me therefore talk about practicalities. Last year's Health and Social Care Act remains deeply contentious. Opportunities arise from it, however. It reconfigures public health delivery and gives it new emphasis. From this April, Public Health England, Richard Parish, a newly appointed member of the board, is supposed to support local government in local public health strategies. Health and wellbeing boards are to link the NHS and local government services for housing, children and young people, and older people. A joint strategic needs assessment should guide the planning of services. The theory is that local discretion and innovation are to be encouraged. The causes of poor health are to be identified and tackled through cost-effective solutions. Very substantial funds, £2.7 billion in 2013-14, are being applied here to set against other huge reductions in social services and arts budgets. There is clearly a major opportunity in this recasting of public health provision for organisations committed to the arts, health and well-being. The processes involved, the requirement for evidence-based practice will be demanding for small organisations, but the potential is there. Earl Howe, Health Minister in the House of Lords, last month introduced the Care Bill. He spoke of the government's vision for a system that promotes people's well-being and focuses on the person, not the service. With no prospect of overall increases in public spending, the search is on, as it always should have been, to address social problems at their origins. The search is also on to find cheaper ways of mending problems when they have developed. All this means opportunity for you,